Happy Decoration Day. Don't know if I can really say be happy on this day, as it is a day of memoriam to honor those who actually gave their lives. Many confuse this day with Veterans Day, but this is a day to remember those who actually died, who gave their lives for us and for what we enjoy today. Uh, James Garfield, one of my favorite presidents, celebrated and honored the first Decoration Day back in 1881. He only served for 6 months because he was assassinated. He was actually a preacher. He was a general during the Civil War. And his preaching, he would actually go to the Capitol building and hold church services there where he would preach or have a guest preacher. And he would have the Army band go in and play worship songs. It's a pretty neat bit of history. But he was the first to memorialize that. This day is Decoration Day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Decoration Day would later become Memorial Day, where we recognize those who gave their lives. It's different from Veterans Day, as we honor those who actually died in service to this country and to give us the freedoms that we enjoy today. But I want to encourage you, if you can, if you feel up to it, find a cemetery and go and honor a few. If you're looking for someone specifically, I don't know if you'll be able to make it over to his grave, as it is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is Jess, but we can definitely remember him, because many of us have much longer and fonder memories. But I do want to encourage you, as you look to those who had died in service to this country, specifically in the military, I want to remember Christ as well, because he was the ultimate soldier who paid his life in the war against sin. He was the best possible candidate to wage war against it, and he won. And in him doing so, we enjoy the freedoms that his blood sacrifice gave us. And I want to read to you from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 27, verse 45 to 50. Now from the 6th hour, there was darkness over the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? And some of the bystanders hearing it said, this man is calling Elijah. And one of them at once ran and took a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on a reed and gave it to him to drink. But the others said, wait, let's see whether Elijah will come to save him. And Jesus cried out and said with a loud voice, and yielded up his spirit. You know, it's funny even today that there are people that will mock soldiers, mock those who served. We know that there are people that like to step on the flag, burn the flag, do whatever they can to spit on it and say that this is a terrible country, it's a horrible country. Don't try to give political statements to that, but an individual has their right to observe, honor, do with whatever they please. I disagree wholeheartedly with someone that would mistreat an object that represents our history and what we have and what we were given by those who have gone before us. Likewise, today, people that look at Christ and will just say all this Christian stuff, oh, this is just ridiculous, who cares, and mock and poke fun. And they still have that right. Whether they're right or wrong, they're going to face a judgment for it someday. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for those who burn a flag, spit on a flag, but encourage people to remember the price that was paid beforehand, whether that be in Christendom for those of us who are in Christ, that we uh, encourage those who are not believers, those who are we're trying to share the gospel with, encourage them to remember just what Christ went through. Likewise for us that recognize this Memorial Day for those who have fought for us so that we have the right to go to church, that we have the right to celebrate one that is given by God. But if you read some of the oaths that are taken from soldiers, it is for God and country. So in that, let me encourage you to make sure that you remember today those who have gone before us to gave up their lives. Not just them, but also Christ.